Hi, I'm Pramod from PramodGeorge.com, and I want to help you build an online presence quickly. And in today's video, I'm talking about how to choose microphones, audio recording and editing softwares, and online publishing services so that you can focus on your content and getting your podcast started. I'm sharing tips and tricks that I learned the hard way so that you can build on my experience and save a lot of time. Make sure you stick around till the end because I'm going to share 2 free podcast hosting sites for your next podcast. Remember that links and discounts to everything that we discuss in today's episode will be available in the video description, so make sure you take advantage of that. If you're new to podcasting, here is the quick summary. A podcast is an audio file that can be downloaded and listened to by anybody. Some people like to think of podcasts as radio shows on demand. Podcasting has become so popular today that people have created podcasts on every topic imaginable. So enough of the history lesson, let's get to the most important part of podcasting, and that is, of course, the microphones. Remember, in podcasting, audio quality is as important as content. It's so simple to create great quality audio that audiences will not tolerate podcasts with bad quality audio. This is unfortunate because even though you might have something valuable to say, people won't take you seriously if you don't take yourself seriously first and invest in some good hardware. Here's how you can choose a good microphone. The first thing to remember is that most mics are built for a very specific purpose and they behave differently in different circumstances. Knowing this is the key to buying a microphone that works for recording podcasts specifically. There are 2 things about these mics that you need to understand: their type and their pickup patterns. There are 2 types of mics in the consumer market right now. They are the condenser mics and the dynamic mics. The condenser mics are designed to be super sensitive to all frequencies of sounds and intended to capture high quality sounds like that of the vocals of a singer. These are the mics that you see in professional audio recording studios. Unfortunately, because they are so sensitive, when you bring it into a normal room like yours or mine, it picks up even the oddest of noises like the echoes in the room or the cat screeching on the road outside your house. And that is why condenser mics are often used in rooms which are soundproof like recording studios. The dynamic mic, however, is more robust and picks up sounds only near the mic. Dynamic mics are the ones you see singers use at a concert. I'll leave a link to a video that explains the differences between the 2 types of mics if you want to learn more. However, I always suggest you get the dynamic mics for podcasting specifically because most of us don't have a soundproof environment. The second thing about microphones that you need to know is the pickup pattern. The pickup pattern will tell you from which directions the mic will pick up audio signals. Now let's put all this together and find out which is the best microphone for podcasting, which is my recommendation. The best value for money mic that you can get is the Audio-Technica Area 2100. So here's why I love this microphone. So for starters, it's a dynamic microphone. So like I told you a few minutes ago, I prefer dynamic mics over condenser mics for podcasting. The second reason I love this microphone is that it's got a cardioid pickup pattern, which means that it picks up sounds well from when the sound is in front of it, but it rejects or suppresses sounds when the sound is coming from behind it. And that is good when you're in a non-soundproofed environment like your room. So when you're talking into your microphone, it's going to pick up your voice much better than it's going to pick up the echoes in your room that's coming from behind it or the sound that's coming from outside your room. The third reason why I love the Audio-Technica Area 2100 is that it's built really well and it's got great sound quality. And last but not least, another reason why I really love this microphone is because of the connector types that it has. It has an XLR output, a USB output, and a 3.5mm audio jack. Now, if you want my full review and all my thoughts about the Audio-Technica IDEA 2100 and just why it's such an amazing microphone, check out this other video which I made. It's a full-length video that's going to focus only on why the Audio-Technica IDEA 2100 is so great. Now, every microphone requires some accessories to make it convenient to use. Here is my recommendation for the absolute required accessories for microphones. Number one is the pop filter. A pop filter or a pop shield is a noise protection filter for microphones. It serves to reduce or eliminate popping sounds caused by saying plosives like the letters P's and B's, which is caused by the mechanical impact of fast-moving air on the microphone's diaphragm. Additionally, a pop filter can also protect against the accumulation of saliva on the microphone elements. Salt in our saliva can actually be corrosive to the microphone, so using a pop filter may improve the lifespan of your microphone. So essentially, a pop filter reduces the plosives and gives you cleaner audio to work with. Now, there are two types of pop filters. One is the foam pop filter and the other is a nylon windscreen pop filter. Both do a great job, but I have found that the foam pop filter is more practical for everyday use. Also, if you want to learn more about the differences between a nylon windscreen and a foam pop filter, I made a separate video for that as well, and I recommend you go check it out. I'll leave links in the video description or in the video right around this area. Another accessory that you probably need is a microphone stand. The Audio-Technica IDEA 2100 and some other mics mostly come with a foldable table stand. While they work, for best results, I would recommend that you get yourself a scissors boom mic stand with a shock absorber. There are two main advantages of having your mic mounted on these stands. When you mount your mic on a table stand, noises from your table, hand, mouse movement, and keyboard typing travel through the stand and into your recording. You don't want that. Having your mic mounted on a boom stand reduces this problem to a great extent, and if you choose to add a shock absorber, it will remove the problem entirely. This stand also allows you to move your mic freely around your workspace without getting in the way of your other devices. Really great advantage if you should ask me. There are many companies that provide great quality scissors boom stand, and I will leave some links to the best ones for your perusal. As for me, I use the newer stand which I have been using without any problems for the last 3 years. Links to the exact stand that I use is mentioned in the video description. Okay, now that we've got all the hardware we need, let's talk about software to record and edit your podcast. Audacity. Enough said, next topic. Audacity is a free, open source software and does a fantastic job of recording, editing, and even editing your MP3 metadata, and is the go-to software for millions of podcasters. You can download Audacity by going to audacityteam.org. You can find downloads for Windows, Mac, and Linux. And once you've downloaded it, all you need to do is open it up, set your primary microphone, and start recording. It's as simple as that. Now, once you're done producing your podcast, you will need some place to host it. While your first thought would be to host it on your own server or website, that might not be a great idea. While you can publish your podcast on your website, it's always best to keep your podcast stream separate because traffic from your podcast can affect your website's performance or vice versa. Hosting with a dedicated podcast hosting service will provide you with an RSS link which you can later share with iTunes, Stitcher, or any of the other popular podcast search engines so that people can find your content easily. Now, there are many paid services out there that do a great job, and honestly, you don't need my recommendation because they are all great. A quick Google search will tell you which ones. But I suggest a free service that does a slightly better job. The two of them are podcast.com and anchor.fm, and they are two surprisingly free podcast hosting services that give you free podcast hosting with unlimited bandwidth and storage. You might want to check these two services out before you pay for an account with services like Libsyn or SoundCloud. Well, That's it from me for this video. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comment section if you are ready to publish your podcast, or if you already have one, make sure to leave a comment telling us in brief about your podcast, and if the brief is interesting, I'll take a look at it. If you have any specific questions, please let me know in the comment section and I would be happy to answer them for you. Don't forget, links and discounts to everything we discussed in today's episode will be available in the video description, so make sure you take advantage of that. And finally, if you like this video, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and subscribing to the channel for more great information that's coming your way. And if you didn't like the video, let me know in the comment section why you didn't like the video. Did I miss something perhaps? Well, that's it from me for today's video. Until I see you next time with another great episode, this is Pramod the Creativist.